everybody, I'm Courtney Goodson, your host, and I'm here with Jazz, the upcoming artist out of Houston. Are you from Houston, Texas?
Well, I was born in California, but I'm kind of getting more notoriety in Houston. I've been here for 2 years. So,
2 years? Yeah. Do you like it so far?
Yeah, I love it.
So how old were you when you moved down here?
12th grade, so 17.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 17.
So you're pretty young. Well, you were old, but you haven't been here for that long.
Yeah.
So
it's a transition. You know.
What college do you go to, or did you
I played basketball at Prairie View, and then I got injured. That was my freshman year, so then I transferred to U of H just as a regular student, and I actually took a break this spring semester, to kind of focus on music because I'm traveling more now. So I needed to,
You were a hooper. I was a hooper too.
Really?
What's up? What position did you play?
I was the 3.
You was a 3.
Yeah,
okay, I was a point guard.
Okay.
Yeah, but
so
I didn't
your
go.
handles was.
Yeah, they straight.
Okay.
Yeah, they straight. So how is you said you took off for this semester. So how's your music career now that you're kind of getting that off?
Now that I'm focusing more on the music, it's taking off. I can't really complain about that. So
really taking off as in how,
more interviews, press, radio, so I can't really complain. Video shoots, so.
And I know you get a lot of attention because you're the daughter of Tami Roman. Tami Roman is she's on the Basketball Wives. She starred on the Basketball Wives show, excuse me. So how has that been for you to be the daughter of Tami, but you're trying to separate yourself and differentiate yourself as an artist now?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult because when people hear Tami's daughter trying to rap now? What?
Yeah, they're confused.
Well, and it's more of she's just trying to come up off her mom's, fame. But what people don't know is my mom's been an actress for years. But when she was on the season of Basketball Wives, her first season on it, that's when, she became this big reality star. And it was Tami. But I had been rapping before she was even on.
Oh, so you were rapping before? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
When I was in 8th grade, maybe, World Star Hip Hop posted my first video. It was just a little freestyle.
Yeah.
I didn't even think they were going to do that. So, since then, I had been rapping, and she wasn't even on Basketball Wives yet. So people often,
So people weren't aware that you were a rapper before your mom was on the show?
Not as much as they are now. People locally were oh, we know she raps because, it's the internet. But now that I'm getting more press and stuff,
now people are okay,
yeah, exactly.
Jazz is a rapper now.
Because now I'm getting some of her fan base, oh wow, her daughter's really good,
Yeah.
I think that's what they notice. It's at first it's oh geez, another kid star, trying to come up, and then they listen and it's oh, okay.
And how do you deal with comments like that from people or people who think like that? Because I wouldn't like that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
For people to think that I'm just trying to come up off of my parent.
Right.
No, just because your parent is doing something, but I'm doing something as well.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I can't really let that get to me. If people were mad about every negative comment they got, they would be mad all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so when I see certain things, I just overlook it, and I'm going to prove myself. I use it as fuel. Okay, I'll prove myself to you then. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to even begin to rap?
Well, I had always been in love with poetry, and I loved writing. English class is my favorite subject.
Really?
Yeah, when the teacher would assign something, I'd be oh, I'll do my paper, I'll help you with your paper, So, and then I always loved hip-hop. I just love rap. I grew up on Kanye's College Dropout. That was my favorite album.
Favorite album?
Yeah. And I guess I would just find myself writing, and then I just put it to a beat, and I was oh, shoot, And at a point, I even would try to familiarize myself with the dictionary because I wanted to expand my vocabulary because I was so used to rappers like cat, hat, bat.
Yeah,
mat.
so.
And I was I don't want to be like that. I'm gonna put cat with extract. You know what I'm saying? Make it diversify it. So. Yeah, I just fell in love with it, I guess. I just love literature and I love music. So.
That's awesome. So you said that you did poetry before?
I didn't do poetry, but I did write. I wrote it, but I wasn't I'm going to be a poet. It wasn't like that.
It was just you like writing.
Right.
Oh, cool. That's really dope.
Thank you.
So you have your single that's dropping this Friday, the 29th, January 29th. Can you tell me a little bit about your single that's dropping?
Okay, so my single's called All I Want, and I teamed up with this phenomenal singer-songwriter known as Kat St. John. She's very well known in Houston, was on the Billboard charts before for indie artists. And I teamed up with the super producer TA. He's produced for many people as well. And just got in the studio with them, started vibing, and we just came up with a crazy dope record. And I think it's definitely something that I could hear at a party.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
I think that's very, important for this generation. You can give them a little bit of lyricism, which is what my project's going to be based on. Lyricism and more, in that vein. But at the same time, we need something to turn up to. You need something to turn up to.
Because that's what we do at our age. Like, we turn up, we go to parties, and we turn up. Exactly.
Especially to capture your listener.
Yeah,
I want them to be like, oh, that's jazz, all I want. And then when they hear my project, it's like, yo, she really,
she really is
saying something.
Yeah. So cool. And then so Ambitious as a Writer dropped.
That was about like a week ago.
A week ago?
Yeah,
so tell me a little bit about that visual and what went into creating the video for that.
Well, Ambitions as a Writer, for people who may not know, is originally by Tupac. And, he's one of the best to me, in my opinion.
Of course.
And I'm always listening to, like, old school rap because they were the ones who did it before me. So I want to know, what was popping back then.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just love that song. So I just put my own twist on it, a female rapper to get on it, and then I just put it on SoundCloud, and people were like, yo, this is crazy, this is fire, and I never had a visual. I haven't had a visual before, so this is my first one. Like, I've had a visual.
Oh, this is your very first one.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
I've had a visual in the sense of, like, you see me freestyling and it just ends up on World Star Hip Hop, but it's not something that was like
created, like production kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
So an old friend of mine, his name is Jerry Jackson. He was the director. He shot it and everything, and it was in Atlanta. It was in Atlanta at this tunnel that's very famous for its graffiti. So I just fell in love with the landmark. I was like, this is beautiful, it gives it a little bit of grunge feeling, just got out there and did it.
That's dope. That's dope. So how supportive is your mom with your music? Like, is she your number one supporter?
Yeah, she's very supportive, but at the same time, I respect her so much because she'll tell me, that's not hot. Like when I was first starting out, she's actually who inspired me to want to take my lyricism to the next level. Because she was like, that I don't really like that. When I was in like 8th, 9th grade, first starting out, I know your vocabulary is bigger than that. So I give a lot of my, where I am now to her because she pushed me to not stay that like, simple rapper.
Yeah.
Yes, that simple rapper. I'll say that. So she's very supportive though. She's always there. She was actually gonna come today, but she got caught up in some stuff.
She came through. Tami, you gotta come through next time. Please come through.
She's my manager.
Oh, she's your manager.
Yeah, so she's always with me at things, but she's one of my managers. Yes. But she got caught up in some stuff, so she couldn't make it.
Okay. So you have a song with Sauce Walker. Yeah. Sauce Walker is hot right now.
Yeah, he's very hot.
Really hot.
Everybody in Houston love him.
Yeah, Sauce Walker, he's hot right now. So tell me about that collaboration. How did that even come about?
Okay, well, Sauce's dad is named Al, and him and my mom had some business to do, so they went out to eat, and I was just like, I'll tag along for some food. When I got there, Sauce was there, and I was like, yo, that's Sauce Walker, So we kind of hit it off because he was telling me, he was basically giving me some advice, like, don't fold in the game, stay true to you, just have fun with it. So, I kind of looked at him as a mentor. And then we just ended up in the studio, I just went, I guess when you form a friendship with someone, it builds from there. Like stuff just happens. So, got in the studio with them, and then we just came up with, drip on a bit.
Drip on a bit.
Drip on a bit.
Yeah. So what is it like? Did y'all just like come up with that? Like, was it just like we gonna drip on it? Like, I don't know how it happens, and I don't know what goes on in the studio. Like, tell me what goes on in the studio.
TSF, which is the Sauce Factory, that's his whole unit. They have their own lingo. Like, I'm saucing, I'm dripping.
Yeah.
So when we heard the beat, he's so talented. Like, he just took out. He actually didn't even take out his phone. I use my phone to write. I like to plan everything out. But he just was like, oh, I'm ready. He just got in the booth and was like, I gotta drip on a bid. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could just go.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so.
So, like, y'all didn't even discuss the drip on the bid? Like, did you know before he got in the studio, like the studio room? So he just hopped in there?
Yeah, he just hopped in there and did it, and I think that's the authenticity of it all. I use my phone because I want to make
just
sure.
Just something to go by. Yeah. Like, you're not following
exactly,
it.
Not following that, but just, kind of map it out. But I don't like meetings prior to the studio, like, so what do you want to talk about? What do you think it should be based about?
Yeah.
Because when you hear a beat, it may take you in a totally different direction. And Franchise Beats and Julian, they're the ones who did Drip on a Bit. They're very creative as well. And when we heard it, it was just something totally different. Like, wow.
Yeah.
So I guess when he heard it, he was like, I'm gonna say we're gonna drip on these
hoes. Drip on a bit. Yeah. I I got it. So it's been played on the radio already?
Mm-hmm. OG Ron C gives it new street heat on Sunday a lot.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Pretty dope. Need to get it on. Is that 97?
That's the beat.
The beat.
Yeah.
That's the beat. Okay, cool. Okay, so how tough is it? I asked you how tough is it to differentiate yourself from, the title of being under your mom, Tami Roman's daughter, but how tough is it just getting your name out there now? Like, is it tough for you, or is it easy just because you're her daughter, or does it even have to do with being her daughter?
Well, I mean, there's pros and cons to it. I think the pro nowadays is social media. So it's
Definitely.
like, if I put something out, they're, my fans and all that can just go to SoundCloud, Twitter, whatever.
Boom,
like,
bam,
they're
boom,
notified
it's
everywhere.
quick. Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, So I guess, I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you didn't. No, because I just wanted to know, like, how easy is it for you to get your name out there? I know, like you said, social media. So social media
has helped me.
So social media. But your mom has to do a lot with it too, right?
Yeah, like
that's like a bonus. That's like
it is.
That's a bonus for real. Like,
it is, because she'll retweet it, she'll repost it, and she's genuine. It's not just like, this is my daughter, so I'm gonna support her dream. You know what I'm saying? She's actually genuine. But the con to it is when people see it, they're automatically judgmental of it. You have your preconceived notions of celebrity teenager trying to come up.
Yeah.
But I think now they're kind of, opening up to me more, because I have not just my mom, but other celebrities as well. Like Yo-Yo, she's female rapper. She paved the way for girls like me to even want to, think about rapping. So she recently took me under as her protege.
Cool.
Yeah. And tweeted about me and everything. So it's kind of like more people are starting to open up their eyes, be attentive.
And that's dope. That's really dope to me. And when your mom was on the show, you got a chance to be on the show as well, correct?
Yeah, like when I was in like ninth grade. But that was when the direction was totally different with my rapping career. I was in a duo with my sister. That was at that point.
Oh, okay. So you were in a rap group with your sister?
Yeah, and she was the singer of it, but we both had different ideas.
Okay.
So, now she's a scholar, like she's focused really solely on school, and I think that's great. She wants to be a lawyer, go to law school, so we just took different paths.
So she's the scholar and you're the rapper. That's pretty dope. That's real dope. So what would you say about like in 5 to 10 years, where do you want to see your career? Like, where do you want to see yourself from 5 to 10 years from now?
I think what every upcoming artist would hope, to have collaborations with some of the top, the leaders in the game, and aim for things such as Grammys. I think that's what every upcoming artist wants, and I don't think that's, because people will hear things and be like, oh, I don't know about that. You're stretching it. Yeah. But I think you have to set your goals that far ahead so that you can aim towards that. If you don't have anything to look forward, then you're stagnant.
Then it's,
So
exactly.
I guess, just being worldwide. I don't want to be, local.
Yeah.
I don't, I love Houston. I love the support.
But you don't want to stay local. You never want to stay local.
Never. I don't, So I'm just trying to expand, wherever I go, I want people to be like, oh, that's jazz. And we're rocking with her music, you know what I'm saying?
So what would you say about the leak? There's a lot of leaks on the internet when it comes to artists and their music and stuff like that. It's easy for people to get music nowadays without paying for it. Mm-hmm. So what's your plan if let me see, I'm trying to see how to explain it. There's a lot of leaks on the internet. I buy music for my favorite artists, but if I can get it on Spinrilla or something, you know what I'm saying? I don't have to pay for the music, but they have Apple Music and that stuff that you can pay for, but a lot of people don't pay for music. So what would you say about how are you going about your career to get that money? Because I know it's hard to get a top record now because people aren't buying CDs, and I barely buy stuff on my Apple, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's free, if it's on YouTube, if I can go to YouTube, exactly. Yeah. So what's your opinion on that?
I think as an artist, I buy music because I know the artist side of it.
Yeah.
But I understand that many people, if you're gonna get something for free, you're gonna go get it for free. That's just logical. But I think radio play helps a lot, because with radio, if you hear it all the time, then you're getting booked for shows, and then you're making show money. So it kind of, it helps you. It's like the back end. Because
Yeah.
if people aren't buying the single, okay, I hear it every day on the radio. We want her for homecomings. We want her for parties and all that. Then you're making show money. So I think a lot of artists nowadays can do shows.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
they love doing shows because they're going to get that show money because their single might not sell as much as they hope.
Yeah.
And you get money off radio spins as well.
Definitely, yeah.
So if your single's in rotation, you're going to get that as well.
Then you're straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, yeah, I was just wondering about that because, like, I know a lot of artists, like, they get their money from the bookings, and I was, like, trying to figure out, well, people aren't buying music these days, you know, as much as they used to, you know what I'm saying? So,
but if you hear it enough, 9 times out of 10, the people gonna want you at a party. And you know what's so great is I'm 19, so I'm in the.
We're 19.
We're in the college scene, so
yeah.
you know all it takes is for a couple hundreds of students to be like, we love All I Want.
Exactly.
We want her at our homecoming. Get Jazz, and then you got me booked for a homecoming show. So it's
and
like,
then once you book for that one, then they want you at the next one. You know what I'm saying?
So you know,
it's easy, man. That's pretty dope. So listen, so I do want to put you on the spot. I want to put you on the spot for a quick 10 seconds. Well, since you say that you're a rapper and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Can you give me a few bars, 10 seconds freestyle? We already chose the instrumental and everything, but we want to see.
I can't just go a cappella?
You can go, if you want to go.
Go a cappella.
Oh, let's get it then. Let's get it. Okay.
It's JZZ. I'm thankful for the interview. Wish it could go longer, but guess this is the interlude. They contemplate if I'm the best and not assume they've been confused. Cause I conquer any beat, they know it's gonna get subdued. They say where the game find me at. A lot of rappers wash up, they verses at the laundromat. They been sleep on me, I'ma turn them into insomniacs. The game anxious for my arrival, it's my favorite hypochondriac. A lot is on my plate, they know I'm selfish with the food. And 323 gave me my spark so 832 can light my fuse.
Hey, let's get it, let's get it. Jazz,
you put me on the spot for real, man.
Jazz, that was killer, bro. Oh my God. Hey, that was hot. That was hot, Jazz. That was hot.
Thank you.
Man, thank you everybody for tuning in today. Jazz, thank you so much for coming.
Me.
This was fun for real. You really hit that for real. That was killer. For real. I'm Courtney Goodson. Jazz, make sure you go pick up her single January 29th this Friday.
All I Want.
How can they get it?
You can get it on iTunes.
Awesome.
And you'll see me post about it everywhere. You can follow me on Twitter at Jazz Raps and Instagram jazzanderson to know about all my music.
Thank you so much.